Hey, Teacher Thoughts here, coming at you with another video. Well, we're going to do a water garden, and I've got to be somewhere in about 20 minutes. So we're going to do a super fast build of the beginning stages of a water garden. So I'm going to bring you on in close, let you see what's going on. And this is kind of the part 2 of the tour of Hugh's water garden that I was just at. I can only put a couple of these things in the container at this time. The water lily's coming later. Some of the other floating plants are coming later. But right now we're going to get our rushes in, and I'll show you a little bit about that build. So this is going to be a container style water garden. And what we're doing is we're going to be using little holders here to hold our 4-inch, deep 4-inch pots. They're going to be held in by these little brackets here. This is just a 1/8-inch wire that's been bent so that it will actually hold onto the edges. And all I really have to do is kind of twist this around. Oh, I got my hand already. Yep, working with wire, that'll happen. I'm going to just tuck these back here out of the way. This will make it quicker to undo if we need to do that later. But this is what we're going to build. They're going to sit kind of in like that. Might have to squish these a little bit more, get it to hold in tighter. Yeah, I don't know if I completely like that. Might require it coming up a little bit more. But this is going to be a quick, like I said, a quick build. We've got the corkscrew rush. This is a dwarf equisetum. So Equisetum scorpipodes. And this one is Juncus Ephus spiralis nana. Get these in here. It's gonna, yeah, it's not sitting like I really wanted it to. Might have to do a revision on that. So on this, I'm just using some 1-inch gap chicken wire, and I'm bending the tops over so they get out of the way. Like I said, I wish I could do a longer tutorial, but I have somewhere to be in about 20 minutes. So I need to get this done as quick as I can. Probably about that much. I'm going to wrap it around the plant. I'm just going to go about like this. Cut it off there, so a little bit more than a foot. There we go. We're going to cut off our excess. Some of the pea gravel's falling into the pot. That's what keeps these pots from floating. Okay. And then on the bottom, we just kind of tuck that in and just fold it underneath. All right, so that's just folded underneath, and it's just making a little bit of a cage to hold that so that it doesn't fall to the bottom of the pond. So super simple on that. And take some more galvanized wire. We're going to wrap it around, and we're going to kind of thread it in through our little basket. Thread it out the other side. So that's just going to hold that top of that basket. Again, we're going to make it nice and easy to undo. We're going to wrap that around there. Try to get some of this stuff out of the way. Let me go cut those a little bit shorter. And I'm going to make some little hooks to catch on that edge so that they stay upright. Make some out of the little fine gauged wire I have. So just a little hook like that. Grab it on there. I'm going to just bend it over the edge. That'll hold it upright. There we go. That's getting better. Most important thing is we're going to have to add some water in here so these don't dry out. This is well water, so we don't have to worry about any chlorination issues or anything like that. And we'll just let that fill up. But these are going to be just the first 2 starter plants. So just some rushes. It's still a little too early for our water lilies. So that's going to be the other addition in here. And then we're going to try to put the aeration pump in here so that we can start basically fine-tuning that system. So I'm going to get the water in here, and then we'll do the aeration pump in a little bit. And then after we've got that going, and then later on we'll add a couple of goldfish to manage the mosquitoes, and then the water lily. But the water lily is going to be a few weeks yet. I'm going to just come up to the base of those pots. So right about there. These are our margin plants, so they don't have to be submerged completely in the water. They do like to have a little bit of air. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a Tetra air pump. This is a 10 to 30 gallons. I know this holds probably close to 30 gallons. So we'll use this as our air pump. We're going to undo. Actually, we can just leave the cord like that for right now. And then we're going to set this with the shape of this. It sheds the water off. So I've had okay luck. The air intake's down here. I haven't had any problems with them sucking in water. I've kind of put them out like that before. So that's what we're going to do here. I've got our air line. So we're going to attach our air line. Like I said, this is a super quick build. This is just a friction fit. So that's going to hold on like that. This is going to go down on the end. And then we are going to figure out a length for our air tube, and we'll twist tie that on there so it doesn't go anywhere. And I want this down near the bottom. So let's think about there is going to be okay. Let's cut that off. And if we're too short, we have extra tubing. We got a bubble stone. Hopefully this has enough weight to hold it down. I've had these float sometimes. This one feels okay. Once again, it's a friction fit. And since we're having fish in here, this is why we're doing the bubble stone. Got to give them some air. You know, goldfish will be okay in a container like this if you have small feeder ones when it's cool. But as soon as it warms up, then we got to make sure that we're adding extra air. There we go. We got our bubble stone. So we're gonna let this pond kind of do its thing. And then in a week or so, we'll add the goldfish in here and the water lily at the same time. And then they'll all be one happy pond. So I told you this was going to be a super quick build. So we got our rushes there. We got our air. And later on, we'll have our water lilies and our goldfish in there and any other plants that we want to dangle over the edge. So just a really quick setup on those. Like I said, I spend more time, but I got to be somewhere and I want to get this up and running. But anyway, as always, I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you take the advantage of doing a patio style water planter or water feature. And I'll do another one coming up soon. And I also got to find out something else. This is a solar fountain. So this one Oh, that's 16 inches high, but I don't know if you can tell, it is cloudy sky. And that's a solar fountain working with a cloudy sky, which is pretty impressive. I've had them before. They didn't work that well. So I might end up finding that in one of my water features. But, you know, in North Idaho, where the humidity is really low in the summertime, that might become an issue. I might lose too much water at once. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit about water features and how to get those set up. And again, we'll do a better tutorial later. This is just a quick one. Anyway, as always, I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you subscribe to the channel. Ag Teacher Thoughts out.